For anyone who watches, welcome back to the channel. So today, I work on my buddy's 350, Warrior 350. So a little backstory to it. I think it was like mid or late fall. Me, him, and a bunch of other guys went for a ride, our usual ride. I think we made almost 100 miles, but we were going along pretty well. It seemed fine at first. And then we got to our first stop, which I think was the gas station. Seemed all right. Got to our second stop, which is basically where the stand wall is, we call it. Or I'm going to call it anyways. But his quad was having issues starting back up. It was just, he could crank it and crank it and crank it. Didn't want to start it, didn't want to run at all. But eventually got it back running, went even further. What was it next? I think we got to the windmills, and then it didn't want to start at all. And then they found out he was leaking oil. So luckily, because with my quad, I ended up actually working on mine too. I thought I had an oil leak, so I brought an extra quart of oil with me. Then I gave him some. And then he actually had to get pull started. And when he pull started, or when he was getting pull started, the actual spark arrestor shot out, which is really weird because it popped twice. It's like boom, and it shot out, popped again, started. We went for a little while longer until we would hit some bridge that was blocked off by concrete barriers for whatever reason. Then we decided to turn around. Not long after that, I think it was me and another guy were up ahead. I think we met across the road at a certain spot, and then all of a sudden one of the other riders came over and told us that his quad was locked up. They needed to be towed. So I don't know exactly what happened. I think low oil, honestly. Maybe it burned something. And then later on, he showed me a video of it when he got back home. It actually started back up after locking up, but the transmission would not move at all. So I guarantee that probably some of the teeth on that transmission probably bound up, broke off, and got locked up inside there. So I guess first things first, I'm going to do a compression test on it anyways. Check for gas, spark, all that stuff. Because, again, it still just wants to crank off. It doesn't want to start, so maybe it's low compression now due to burnt rings. I don't know. But I'll get started on that and then see how that goes. So I got the gas on. It does have gas in it. It's got plenty. Turn the key, switch on. Pump a few times, see what happens, if anything. So it just wants to keep cranking. It doesn't want to start now, so I guarantee probably low compression. So I got the spark plug out, and that's what she's looking like. Look a little burnt. Smells it too. I just smell of gas, and it is a little bit wet on the bottom, but again, I gotta do a compression test. So I'm gonna check for spark right now as it is, just because. See what happens. That's a spark. Pretty good spark too, crazy enough. So crazy enough, I can't get the compression test in there because that is really tight in there. But what I'm gonna do is pull the plastics off, at least the front plastics, and then check all that. Guaranteed I'll have to pull the motor anyway, so it's kind of, might as well do it anyways. I'll get doing to that and then see what happens. If you don't have one of these little tiny ratchets, I definitely suggest getting one because it helps so much. I mean, look how tiny it is. Trying to get my actual ratchet in here before I set the handlebars and I couldn't do anything about it. But this one, look at that. I think you can get these at AutoZone. They come with like a little kit, if I'm correct. Where is it? So they come with these. These are basically like, locker bolts and all that stuff for special bolts. Definitely recommend getting these anyways, because these are good to have. Got the tank cover pulled off, and I was just looking at the actual air intake tube, and it's really filthy. Definitely gonna end up pulling this open and see what it's like anyways, but I'm definitely gonna clean that. I'll give the tank a cleaning too. See how that turns out. Hopefully good. So I got the compression test on it. I'm gonna try this with one hand. I mean, I got my back pinning against the throttle right now, but see what it comes to. Not looking too good. So I looked online, looked at the manual. It's stating like 114 to 126 or something like that PSI, and that's not even hitting 100. Of course, it says obviously you gotta warm the machine up, but it's currently not running, so I can't warm it up. But it does seem pretty low to me. So pull the gas tank. So by the looks of it, I'm probably gonna have to actually pull the motor anyways, because if it is low compression, it needs a new head, and I can't really rebuild this on the four-wheeler. And the same with the transmission if it is locked up. My buddy and I kind of thought about actually starting with the clutch side, just pull it off and see if the clutch is all right. So I'll probably drain the oil now, check the clutch or pull the cover off, just to see what it looks like in there, see if they're burnt or if anything's broken. and the clutch side. If not broken the clutch side, then I guess it's more or less worse sign, because then it's actually probably in the transmission. So, and not to mention, I can check the shift fork on this side as it is, because the teeth and everything should be on this side. Splines are on the other side, but I'll open that up, drain the oil, and then see what I find. But before I do that, I pull the 4 bolts. I'm going to pull this open, see what I see. Oh yeah, it's not looking good at all. Looks like the mice might have got to the filter. Oh yeah. That could be part of the problem. Well, that's typical in this state, because mice decide they want to make nests and everything. Look how dirty that is. I'll definitely be pulling most of this quad apart as it is, just to redo everything. Especially some of the arms, because everything should be cleaned up, re-greased. But, could be worse. Just gonna pull the dipstick to see if there's anything on it. I checked it before. There's a little on it, wiped it off, and nothing came on it. Or nothing came off. Seems to be a little bit, but that's after rotating it. I don't know if there's gonna be anything on it as it is, but hard to tell. It's stupid. Get out of the way. Yeah, no, it's basically empty. I guess next thing to do is to get this heel guard off. Foot peg, get the brake out of the way. I'm gonna start getting these bolts loosened up. Still gonna drain the oil, which I actually think I remember this drain bolt might be stripped out. A little bit. But we'll see. I'm still gonna take the side cover off anyways. But if that is stripped out, I could probably weld the bolt on and then get it back off. One thing I'm definitely gonna say about Warriors though, is compared to my Raptor, this cover comes off with ease. There's nothing in the way, nothing obstructing it. But the Raptor, it comes down like this, so it actually blocks the case, and it makes it almost impossible to get off. So I guess Warriors have open on that one. A little bit of oil's coming out. Not too bad. And of course, all I did was just pull on the clutch and actually crack the seal, so it popped right off, which is pretty easy. Inside the cover's looking actually really good, even the gasket. Now inside the engine so far, I'm not seeing anything too out of the ordinary. Unless I'm missing something, but I'm going to try to rotate it by hand and see if I see anything weird. Like I said, I don't think the clutch is going to be bad at all. I have a feeling it's in the actual transmission itself, which really sucks, but I guess it gives a good opportunity to actually rebuild this thing. So as you can see, oh, it did shift that time. Hold on. Did it? No, it's not shifting at all. It's just skipping. Well, this is the furthest it's moved so far. But again, it's not shifting at all. But I'm going to pull the oil filter and see what I see in there. Cut it open. If there's any chunks or anything, that'll definitely tell me something. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's definitely some chunks in there. I just wiped my finger on this to kind of look at it, and it's pretty damn sparkly. You know what that means? I'm still going to cut the filter open anyways, but and the reason why the shaft actually moved is because it was popping out. So it's the reason why I looked at it was moving any more than it has been. Wow, oh, that's bad. That much glitter you didn't want to see, especially that oil is dark gray, so there's a lot of metallic in there, a lot of metal. So guarantee the transmission is probably what went, because it still cranks over. It won't start slow compression, but guarantee the reason why it won't shift out of gear is because the transmission got locked up. Now I'm looking at, I don't even have to cut this thing open. Just look at all the stuff on it. It's pretty bad. But I guess that means I'm going to need to take this engine out. So I'm going to pull the gas tank, the header off, pull the wiring off, carburetor, airbox, and remove the engine. I'm just going to end up taking that part off the quad because I can't really get the head off, and then not to mention half the other stuff doesn't come off anyways without it. I'll still want to check the pump and make sure it's actually working. It's working, still didn't start. Something really weird I just noticed. I pulled this one off, I didn't even see the bottom. I was like, what the hell? Both upper engine mounts are broken. Completely busted off. You can tell they've been busted off for a while because they're dirty and dark. Started collecting rust. That's really weird. That's definitely one weird thing I've been seeing. But same with the carburetor intake boot, or the intake covers. A little dirty, but I need to get the carburetor off next, and then move some of the wirings, especially down here. Get this reverse linkage off. Get the header pulled off. Hopefully this will break free, because this is usually where the spot where they do not want to break free. they collect a bunch of rust in there and they just see, what do you call it? Cross thread. But I'm hoping I can get the header off and I can get the engine out easily. Fingers crossed. Another major thing he needs is swing arm bearings. I'm pretty sure he already said this to me, but it's hard to show on camera. But you can definitely feel it, because it shouldn't wiggle that much, and the actual swing arm itself is going everywhere. I think I got everything off. Got all 3 bolts out, top bolts out, exhaust off, which actually came off a lot better than I thought it would. But she's ready to come out and then put it on the bench. And then I'll start tearing into it slowly. So she's looking right now on the bench. Definitely dirty. But start tearing into it. Nope. Hopefully it's not too bad. So I'm gonna get started on pulling this apart. Might be a little bit because I gotta find all my tools and keep going through everything, but nothing new. At least not for me. I think I lost my ratchet somewhere. Other wrench I need. Whatever, I'll find it later. I am bagging everything up. That way I don't lose all the engine bolts. So I have a decent photographic memory, so I don't have to really label everything as some people do. Most of it's just straightforward anyways. Throw stuff now. So good. I like a chain slack off that. I can actually pull the covers off. Let's see about cam cover. Cam chain, not cover. Okay, me. Why'd you do this to me? Look clean inside there still. So I'm sure I'll leak oil everywhere, just for the fun of it. Valves and rockers look pretty clean still, which is a huge plus in my eyes. God damn. Oh, that one bolt's so rusty. Or the other one. Cab's looking super clean actually. I'd like to see. Wait. I don't think it's stretched at all. I don't think you jump timing, obviously. At least I would doubt it. Let's make sure the bolts. It's just those 4. I'll off too. A little tricky to come off, I'd say. God damn. Probably want to use pliers on the damn thing. obviously trying to cause the least amount of damage that I can, if any. So I also don't want to mess something up and question myself if it was me who caused it or if the engine did it itself. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good now, nice and clean still. See what the head looks like when I pull it off. If my impact even break these free. That's crazy. Of course that one doesn't want to come off. Their typical one never wants to come off. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, damn it. Oh, come on. Sometimes just a little persuasion. Those are thick ass bolts. Or maybe not. Thought they were. Be a lot more torque than that. Oh, those bolts are nice and clean. I don't think this thing's ever been taken apart, to be completely honest. Yeah, those bolts. I think these are gonna be shiny. This one's gonna be coated in some stuff. A little bit of rust at the bottom. Nothing too crazy or major out of the ordinary. Let's get some gunk on it. I don't know if it's gasket maker or what that is. This one seems like it's coming up the same way too. There's like junk on these. Oh, no focus. A little strange. Wow, that's easy. That's weird. Oh, the exhaust valve's stuck. Well, it's the crank or the cam. Looking a little burnt in there. I can smell it too. Smells a little like it got a little hot. That's interesting. Oh yeah, it stinks. Oh, dowel pins came out real easy. That's nice. I'll show you the piston real quick. It's not looking horrible, but it definitely is a lot of carbon buildup, especially on the sides right here. It's like high spots here and here. The middle is not too bad, but I mean, if this thing is stock and hasn't been taken apart ever until now, because you look at the surface of the actual head, it looks really, I'm just making it more dirty. Looks pretty clean. I'll get the cylinder off, check the rings, check the piston, and then we gotta dig deeper. I don't know if we're gonna reach inside there with this. Maybe. Just not long enough. Need my extension. That's crazy. It just released itself. Normally, whenever I take engines apart, the head or the actual valve, not valves, the head or the cylinder don't just want to pop off. But this one's popping off like it's nothing. Like nothing. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not for the win. It's actually not looking too... It's not like you feel your finger or anything, but if you look inside, it looks a little funky. It's like a little spot here. Looks like it's a little excess amount of wear. Same with right here and here. If you can see that or not. But I'm just happy it came off easy. I don't have to hammer the damn thing. Again, kind of weird it came off so easily. Piston's looking pretty good. I think. Let me wipe it off real quick so we really get a look at it. I expected worse, honestly. And the piston itself is not looking too bad. There's no crazy amount of gouges. Like my fingernail's not catching on anything. Same with the exhaust side. The exhaust does look a little, god damn it. Make everything dirty. The exhaust side seems to be a little worse, but the rings themselves look not too bad. They're not seized or anything. So far, it's actually looking really good. Nope, I did just see damage just now on the clutch side. Part of the fork's missing, or the tooth. Just on that one. I don't know when that would have happened. But someone else wasn't here previously. You can see by the new gasket on it. This must have been a while ago. That's not gonna get this gasket off and everything, but I'll pull the what do you call it? Start up. Pull the start off next, but I'll just pull this off. It's also looking pretty good. I don't think this even actually needs to come off technically. Should be one piece with the actual stator side cover. But since I'm cleaning everything, I'm gonna remove it anyways. Only makes sense. Oh, you suck. Oh yeah, now I actually just noticed. Just from letting the oil come out of it on its own. All that green stuff. All those flakes. The green stuff's obviously just the gasket maker, or the gasket itself. And I can really see the damage in there, or the dirtiness. I'm definitely guaranteeing the transmission, a few teeth have broken off. Yeah, the timing chain's looking really good. I expected maybe some burn marks on it or something. Just because. See if I can get the pin out. I always want to be careful with these because they do tend to fling somewhere if you're not careful about it. So I might just do that, honestly. Oh, maybe not. Look at that. That came out pretty good. Well, the pin don't want to come, obviously. I need my... I think there might be a little wear in there. See on the pin how it's discolorated right there. Don't know if it's normal for a Yamaha or Warriors, but usually I don't like that kind of stuff. Crank feels fine, at least the crank rod bearing feels fine. It looks good too, it's still really clean in here. That's a huge plus. Again, I'm just leaning straight towards the transmission, to be honest. Doesn't really torque all that much. those weren't really torqued. See if I can get that off of there. This is damn magnets sometimes are very annoying. Pulling the covers off. Oh, this could come off anyways. Dear. A little retarded sometimes. That came off pretty easily. Collar's not looking too bad. Patches. Come right off. Alright. I guess it got stupidly soft. I think that's what some of that green is. Obviously it did rip off the actual gasket at the base of the engine. Otherwise I think some of that green is from here. That might have been why it was leaking, because it wasn't exactly covered up right there. But again, why is that so weird? It's like, it's falling apart right here. I don't know if you can see that. Usually gaskets are not like rubberized feeling, or it feels like it's rubbered. And it's, I don't know, sludgy almost. Kind of sticky too. I don't know what kind of gasket that is, but I've never had a gasket do that before. Super strange. Alright. I'm not sure if I have a puller to get that flywheel off. Out of all the pullers I have, I probably don't have one. Which would be my luck. Check. I think those Polaris. Check it anyways. Oh, look at that. I guess I do. Pretty sure that belongs to a Polaris Predator as well. I'm not 100% sure. Where's my white wheel? Right brush. Is that really all the way on there? Yep. I think this year I need to invest in a new impact. Ouch! This thing's old. Not enough to get that off by the looks of it. That kind of sucks. That's stuck on me now. That kind of sucks. Yep, she's stuck. Oh, I have to get an impact just to get this thing off. That'd be shitty. Over there, so it's out of the way. Starting to move pretty freely still. Yeah, I don't know about that one-way bearing, how do you call it? flywheel. I don't want to come off at all. I don't think I can crank on it by hand. Ow! Stop doing that! I don't think I can do anything about it. Also, be careful because that timing chain might get all messed up too if I'm not careful. Also, have a wrench big enough for that. Oh, might have to call it for that for now. Take the pressure off. Oh my god, everything has to fall, hasn't it? There's a chance I can pull it apart without having to take that apart anyways. I hope. I want that to be the thing that gets me caught up. Yeah, I should be pulled off a bit. Find out the hard way if I can't. On this side. Should be able to get everything off this side. I hope. So far everything on this side's looking really good. Other than the clutch basket having a broken ear on it, or what do you call it? And he still moves pretty freely. That's good. Let me see. Get that pulled off. Hopefully I have the right size for that. Well, maybe someone has been in here before. One of the actual sides was broken off. Usually they come with 2 tabs. This one's been completely broken off somehow. So it's possible someone's been in here quite well. Obviously, with a broken ear on it. A new gasket. Someone probably was in here forever ago. Check out the clutch because I might as well. I get that pipe to separate from the pipes. Base plates look pretty good. I've seen worse, but there are some spots here and there. Right here, there. You see, like, every here and there, something. One of the plates kept actually contacting, or something contacted. the hell my neighbor's doing. Plates will look pretty good. Nice and clean and fresh. Oh, so why can't we use those? Yeah, see, other than that broken ear right there, it's not looking horrible. It is starting to gouge though, or not gouge. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, you can see that one right here. That one's actually getting really bad. Looks like it's time to replace the clutch basket anyways. This thing's super simplistic. I mean, it's just very simple. Bend that one down. Bend that one down. I'm really gonna check the oil pump too, because guarantee that might be full of stuff. It's kind of what I'm afraid of, honestly. It's my hammer. That one broke right off. I have to replace those. Which actually, you little bitch. I'm actually gonna replace these anyways. Not only smartest thing to do, it makes sense to replace them. There is my. Ah. That one broke. They're basically one-time use only, realistically. What's that? Spring loader. Of course. Bigger. So far, this side's coming apart really well. Very happy with how it's coming apart. Yeah, that don't want to move at all, does it? Make sure I don't mix all this stuff up as it is. I'm not seeing any broken gears, at least not on this side. That's actually looking really good. Yeah, no broken gears. Actual oil pump does move pretty good too. Crazy enough. This one looking good. Where's my magnet? Not too bad, but yeah, the transmission doesn't want to move on this side whatsoever. Neither side wants to move. I can only assume transmission is trashed. Worst case scenario. Tube's looking good. Doesn't look like there's any garbage in there, but I'll probably end up cleaning it out anyways. Especially on a fresh rebuild, you want everything to be pretty much as clean as you can get it. Absolutely go over there. That's actually pretty nice. Normally, these bolts like to strip out. They all came out pretty easily. That's awesome. First glance, it's not looking bad. Again, it just goes, oh, there we go. Pretty smooth. Not too bad looking. Like, you can get away with using this. Hard to tell, but maybe that one little mark in the center is a bad spot, if anything. And inside, it's not crazy. But anyway, something like that, just if you're in there, might as well replace it. It's a wear item, and eventually it will go, and it will cause more problems. It's looking good. Like how simplistic this engine is. There's almost nothing to it. But now I get those bolts out, separate the cases hopefully. Work with me, please. Oh, I hate these things. Milwaukee. Oh my god, it's not locked in place like I want it to. Okay. Now find that fucking thing. Oh. Nothing's more annoying when these covered in oil. You can't get your damn sockets off. Because your damn impact won't lock. There we go. She's old that way. I don't think there's any bolts underneath the actual flywheel. If there ain't, that'll be huge. I have potential to get this off of there. Bunch of gasket on that bolt. Of course, it won't come off. Trying to get the damn thing off, but it's been on for so long I don't want to move. Whatever, it's fine. Pull it off later. Things look like brand new when I get done with it, put it that way. It's stupid dirty. Oh, I do see a bolt in there. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's just one. Also, I have to look online to kind of see what it looks like. Cases without it, because I need to make sure there's no bolts in there other than that one. Oh, there's two in there. I see two. I see another one. Oh yeah, they don't want to come out, do they? I need baby hands to fit inside this damn thing. I think it might just be a chain guide. Don't think I see any more. I hope not, at least. Let's get the time machine back up. I don't think I see any more. Might be lucky. Oh, I do see one of this though. Always double check for bolts because you never know, there might be one hiding somewhere. I'm usually pretty good at that. Let's see him there. We're good. I'll get everything else off real quick. I don't forget anything. Chain off, not chain off, sprocket off next. Just need enough so I can bend it up. Maybe flatten it. I got that side. Still gotta do the other side. Oh yeah. Guarantee that collar stuck to the actual transmission itself. They almost always are these Yamahas. Let's see if I can actually split the cases here. Is there any points? Yeah, there's one right there. Might get 2 pry bars in there to kind of start pulling it apart, prying it apart. Oh yeah, nice little pop. Let's go to the front. Might get a moment of truth, hopefully. Probably just pull this right off. I like to think I can. There we go. All is gonna go everywhere. I really don't care right now. I'll try to drop pan or something. Anything, but that's what I find. Try not to do anything to mess up the cases. Yeah, again, this is still stuck, so I don't know if that might be hanging up. That stuff's good. It still wants to move. Trying to get the damn thing off, but it's just not wanting to budge. I feel like it's a shaft. I really hope it ain't. This stuff's good. This stuff's good. Unless it's the crank that's hanging it up. So it might be press fit on this side of the bearing. If so, that would kind of suck. Nope, it's not. Alright, so that's... I don't know what, let's get it all hung up then. Yeah, try not to damage the case as the best I can. I also don't really want to pry in here, but almost got no choice. Oh, it's just hung up, I guess. I got no space. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Oh my God, come off, please. Usually they'll come off this damn tricky or hard. Oh, what's going on here? Just one side comes off, the other side won't release. Pull the key out. I don't know if that's a bearing or something in there. Hope not. Oh my God, I don't get why it won't come apart. There we go. Please don't go back. Okay. Oh, yep. Definitely some teeth broke. It's right there on the bottom. Oh, that's shitty. I'm just gonna have to pull everything out. Oh, what the hell? Oh, there's also a bearing down the bottom for some reason. A roller bearing and a spring and a washer. That's for the shift shaft. Hold on. It might not be for the shift shaft. Oh, it is. Just put all the pins out. Looking good. Reverse shift fork's looking good. Gears looking pretty good. That one's safe. The shaft looks fine. Counterbalancer looks pretty good. That shift fork's looking really good too. My points are supposed to get that one. Kind of gonna pull it off in pieces, really. That was looking pretty good. No damage on that one. No damage there. Shift fork is looking all right. No damage. Or shift star, what do you call it? That fork's looking good. I assumed it might have been a fork. It was stuck or something. It might have broken off, but no, it's definitely a gear here somewhere. I don't know when come out. That was also clean. So all the shift forks are looking good. Right there. Tooth completely broke off. And it jammed itself up. Yeah, but even look at that. This gear's supposed to rotate. And it's stuck. It's basically burnt in place. This one's fine. This one's fine. This comes right off. That's looking fine. But yeah, definitely this is one of the issues why I wouldn't rotate at all. Because it's burnt itself right into it. You can see the discoloration right there too. I'll have to see if I can pull that apart later on. I can handle that one. That's going fine. Still shifting fine. This one. Ooh, hold on. Yeah, I think, yep. Broke both those gears. And it locked this one too. Well, that's shitty. But as I expected, broken teeth. A big one. Something else just came out. Maybe not. See if I can get this one out. That collar did separate from the transmission, which is awesome. Super dirty though. Teeth on this one looking fine too. So out of everything I found, it's just those two gears that broke teeth off, or broke a tooth off and jammed up. It wasn't because of the teeth, it was actually because they burnt themselves right in. Basically friction welded themselves. Which is pretty insane. See this washer on this side to make sure I don't forget about. Make sure the crank looks really good still. But don't do that. It's a huge plus because you never really want your crank to go bad. Bearings. Oh yeah. Pretty crazy. I think what happened was he did say it was leaking oil on the stator side cover, so it might have started himself with oil, got down below too low, and somehow heated these that bearing just hung up for a moment, and it might have just heated up too much and friction welded itself and locked up. But it can definitely still run after that. It's just a matter of transmission being completely messed up. So it just needs new transmission, few gears. Hopefully I can just replace those gears and that'll be an easy fix. But yeah, as you can tell from the video, or just even from the clip, the transmission is what shit the bed. So I was expecting transmission, if not, one of the shift forks would have been like jammed or something. But it's not too bad of a fix, hopefully. I don't know. You might just have to get a hold of the transmission, because if that's friction welded onto that shaft's probably no good anymore. And it'll be out of true, it wouldn't be right, and it would just bind up all the time. But all the bearings look good, crank looks really good. I still got to diagnose the head and the valves, because I don't think I had it on top dead center, so the valves are open right now. But it's a possibility those are going to be shimmed, and not shimmed, but adjusted anyways. But not looking too bad. There's no crazy oil burn, and especially if it was leaking oil, or even low in oil, I think the piston would have took a major hit. Like it would have been the transmission, or I should say the piston would have been actually in really bad shape. But it's not. So, well, I guess that's it for just taking the four-wheeler apart. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm probably going to fully strip the four-wheeler. I'm going to clean up for him. And then I'm going to diagnose everything else because it needs new not crank bearings. It needs new swing arm bearings because they're blown out. There's nothing there almost. But then clean everything up, and hopefully I'll have it done before spring. It shouldn't be too bad, honestly. Once it gets the parts and I put it together, it should just flow right together because they're quick and easy. But that's it for part 1. Part 2 would be cleaning everything, and then hopefully eventually I'll be rebuilding it. So stay tuned.